What is success anyway? We usually define success in a very specific sort of way, and that way usually deals with the approval of others in some form. Like, you're successful if you have a certain amount of likes, or you're successful if you have a certain job that someone else gave to you, or you're successful if you get a book published, or you're successful if you get a certain amount of views. These are all things that are successful because someone else has given us sort of a badge of success, a stamp that we did something right. We usually don't think of success as something that we can do and rate purely by ourselves. I'm not successful because I say I'm successful. Someone else has to be a part of that. And that's maybe why we're not very good at achieving the success that we really want, because we're relying on other people for our own success. Because I think you can gain success on your own without having to rely on other people. And that when you focus on success like that, you actually are able to be successful in the way that you really want to be, in the way that you really need to be. So a lot of times we have to take what we thought would be a successful life, and we have to reframe it. I thought being successful for me would to be published, for example, or to go to grad school, or to have these things that would show that what I was doing was right because other people said it was right, because I was getting the good grades and I was getting the honors and awards and whatever. But as I get older, I found that the things that are truly important to me aren't things I can quantify in that way. They're things that no one's going to say I'm successful at, that I can't even really say I'm successful at, because there's no way of quantifying them in a grade or a statistic or an award or an amount of money. The things that are really important to me now are things like my family, my kids, and my own self, like how I'm doing emotionally and mentally and physically. And those things are super important, but they just can't be reflected in likes or a promotion or a good grade. So I've had to reframe what success meant to me. And when I reframed it in my life, I was able to realize that the things I used to think I wanted, I didn't really want anymore, because I didn't need someone else telling me what my own success should look like. The point in all this is when we take success away from other people and we take it back for ourselves, our lives start to look a lot different. We might achieve some of those things, some of the honors and awards and monetary amounts that we wanted before, but they're no longer the most important thing. We live more for our own approval, and more importantly, the approval that comes from God. And when we do that, well, those successful things no longer matter that much. And we find ourselves a lot happier with little things instead of always searching after the next big dream. Having goals is great. Having goals like to get a book published, or to go to graduate school, or to get a promotion, and to serve in specific ways, those are wonderful, and we should keep trying to have those goals. But the measure of success we have in life isn't solely dependent on those goals. We also need to remember that we're going to fail, and we're going to fail a lot. Everyone makes mistakes, and everyone fails. We're going to fail. But failing is great, because failing means we're trying. Often our failures aren't really absolute in the first place. We can always keep trying again. There's rarely anything in this whole world that we can only try it once and then we're done. So if we want something bad enough and we want it for the right reasons, then we probably can get it in our life if we really want to work towards it. Often we struggle the most because we really don't want it that much. We're not willing to make appropriate sacrifices to get to it. And often it's because those things that we thought were successful, well, they're not really that important to us in the first place. So we keep trying, but we keep trying in different ways. Maybe it's not crossing off 30 things on our to-do list. Sometimes our happiest are when we're not achieving great things, but we're concentrating on those really small, good moments. I think we should keep trying new things. If we're not failing at something, we're not doing something right, because we should fail. Failure means we're trying. Failure means we're trying to do something hard that we can't do. Our most success comes when we're not dependent on the choices of others, but we are just instead purely striving to do what we need to do. to become the people that we want to be. So keep trying, and keep failing. And know that success isn't really based in those failures. Success is based on the trying. And success is based in being genuine to who you are and to what you really want. And success can even be changing what we want to making it more what God wants of us. I hope this is helpful for you. Success and failure are things I've been thinking of a lot in the last few years, because when I left school, I didn't know what success was and what it looked like to me anymore. I had to rediscover it. And I think I have rediscovered it. I'm not achieving every goal I set for myself, but I'm trying. And I'm also doing the things that I find really important, like spending time with my family and trying to become a better person. I hope to hear from you soon, and I hope that you're successful in the right way, in the way that you need to be to achieve what you need to achieve.